Temperature has been a difficult subject to study and to measure. In the past, the only information that could be gathered was by watching objects and seeing how they were affected by a change in temperature. Determining a system to measure temperature was extremely difficult to create. It wasn't until 1664 the freezing point of water was determined to be 0. This influenced Ole Romer to make a decision and create 2 fixed points instead of 1. This was used instead because there is 2 phases liquid can go through, freezing and boiling. In the most simple definition, a sensor is a model, subsystem, or device designed to notice changes and send information to other electronics, often a computer processor. Sensors are always used with other electronics. Sensors are used in common household objects. For example, elevators use touch sensors, tactile sensors. Although sensors were normally used on small and simple machinery, they are now being used on large and advanced projects, which include machinery, airplanes, cars, and many other complex machines. When people ask about how sensitive a sensor is, they're asking about how much the output changes with a change in the input. Day 1, I received the materials and began to look at the code and instructions. Day 2, I began to use the materials to make the temperature sensor, but I came across a problem with the code. The code for the temperature sensor would not transfer over to the Arduino board. The temperature sensor itself was built on the Arduino board. Day 3, I experimented with many solutions to figure out what was wrong with the Arduino board. I changed the display component, re-input the code, restarted the Arduino coding application, and finally changed the port of the Arduino kit. I then realized after experimenting, the Arduino was sending the code to the wrong USB port, so it wasn't going directly to the Arduino board. Day 4, I began to type up my project for the background research. What is Stem SOS, my PBL, and my PBL project? Day 5, I began to type up my script for my video. Day 6, I began to make my video. Day 7, I started to make my English language arts and social studies part of the project. The temperature displayed is equal to 10 megavolts per degree of Celsius multiplied by the number of degrees. So if the temperature in the room was 16 degrees Celsius, then there would be 160 megavolts being put into the sensor. The materials include sunfounder Uno board, a breadboard, USB data cable, LM35 temperature sensor, 12C, LCD, 1602, which is the monitor, and many jumper wires.